I was beaten by a 13-year-old kid at MCU trivia. I don't know if that makes me proud or absolutely enraged. Hey everybody, welcome back to Lettuce Comics. I recently went to a new comic book store in my area called The Certified Nerd in Simpsonville, South Carolina. I've met the owner before. He's a really personable, really nice guy. He somehow found my YouTube channel, and he's the first person that I've met out in the real world meat space place that actually knows who I am. So, if you're watching this, hi Lee. Your store's great. I really, really like it. Now, a little bit about this trivia night. There were 11 of us playing, and we were all playing on Kahoot on a test that Lee made beforehand. We all paid a $15 admission fee, and the reason for that was because, one, this dude has to make some money. He's a new comic book store, and we were all really happy to go hang out at this community event and support a brand new, really awesome store. The second reason is because he gave out prizes. Anybody that participated got a comic book pack included with their admission. He had wrapped paper around comic book packs that were sort of themed around different characters. And the winner of the trivia contest got a $100 gift card to his store. They could have used that then, or they could have saved it for another time. Now, I wasn't able to actually film any of the trivia portion of the night because, like I said before, it was on Kahoot and I film on my phone. And I was too busy really trying to remember obscure facts about the MCU. But I did film a sort of a walk around of his store before trivia started, and he kept the store open later for us so that we could all do some hunting after the store was technically supposed to be closed. So go ahead and check out The Certified Nerd in Simpsonville, South Carolina. So, like I said, I came second during trivia. I missed 2 questions. One was because Kahoot was being Kahoot and sort of glitched out on me. The second one, I genuinely missed. I had no idea what the answer was. I wish I could tell you what the question was, but I can't. But I was really happy that this other kid won trivia night. It's one thing for a fat nerd with a job to win a $100 gift card at a comic book store. It's entirely another thing for a 13-year-old kid to. I wasn't super closely paying attention to him, but I did hear that he picked out some stuff that he really wanted at the store. I think one was a statue, and I know for a fact that if he hadn't have gotten that gift card, then he wouldn't have been able to get it. And if we don't want our hobby to die out, we need younger people like him to get really interested and really invested in these characters and these stories and these comics. And I can't think of a better way to do that than to have this kid flex his knowledge over all of these grown adults and then get to go on a nerd shopping spree completely free of any sort of financial limits that he might have. As bummed as I was about not winning, I couldn't really care any less than I do. I was so happy to see somebody like this kid win this gift card and get to go shopping and gleefully enjoying this hobby that we all love. As for the comic packs, they were done in reverse order. So because I came second, I picked mine last. The only one that was left was the Incredible Hulk. And I like the Incredible Hulk, but he's not anywhere near, my favorite. Now, normally, quote unquote, free comic books would be something that I would absolutely be into. But here's the thing. I might not like the Hulk, but kids tend to really like the Hulk. So I asked Lee to keep my comic pack and hand it out to a kid that came into his store that he thought might enjoy it. If I can sort of donate that experience to a kid and maybe that gets them hooked on comic books, then I'm really, really happy to do that. I'm certain that the enjoyment that I would have gotten from those books is eclipsed by, some fresh-faced kid flipping through comic books without a care in the world. I remember doing that. I remember having that experience. And if I can play a small part in getting another kid that experience, I'm going to do that every single time. That being said, I'm not about to walk out of a comic book store without any comic books. But Heroes Con is coming up, so I had to be very judicious with what I picked, or they had to be really, really cheap. So I went dollar bin diving. Certified Nerd has a really, really good dollar bin section. It's like the front third of their store, something like that. And I really enjoy dollar bin diving in sections like that because they tend to not be sorted. So I get to see all new things while I'm looking for individual issues that I might want to have. And those new things might pique my interest in different ways. And it's just really fun to go through bins like that and know that I can get every single one of those things, if I want them, for just $1. So let's go through what I picked up. The first thing that I found was this. This is US Agent #1. This is a limited series that came out, I'm guessing, in the late 80s, early 90s. I'm not exactly sure, but I do know that it's US Agent's first limited series. US Agent is a character that I like because he's a foil against Cap. I don't really like villains that have the same superpowers as the heroes that they're facing, and this is literally just sort of not good Captain America. But the reason why I like him is because US Agent acts as sort of the embodiment of what everybody thinks Captain America is, not what he actually is. And so when you put these two characters next to one another, I think it makes Steve Rogers look even better than when he's fighting, generic Nazi number 6. So I'm really happy to add this US Agent #1 to my collection. A bit of a behind the scenes look here. I'm filming 2 videos on the same day and I don't know what order they're gonna come out in. So one of these books you will have already seen or you will see in the next video that I have. but it's worth showing off again because it's terrible. This is 2 through 6 of Rob Liefeld's Captain America, and I have to show you some of these covers. First of all, we have number 2. This is widely regarded as one of the worst comic book covers of all time, and you can see why. Look at how sinewy Captain America is. Look at the noses on these people. You noticed he's artfully hiding the feet here, and then you've got this disembodied face and hand floating around. I don't have an explanation for this cover aside from the fact that we've all fallen short of the glory of God, but something about it speaks to me. I don't know why. Looking at Rob Liefeld's art is a lot like watching a kid be really bad at baseball. Like, they're not skillful, you know they're not skillful, but it's really nice to see them try. And this is that effort on display. This is another one worth showing. It is number 5. We all make fun of Rob Liefeld for not being able to draw feet, but the dude can't draw faces either. I don't know what's happening here. I wish I could tell you. I wish I could be a more informed presenter, but I'm fine with not knowing why this is the way that it is. So, Captain America, number 5. The last book features a character from the Peanuts, and that is the Great Pumpkin. Look at Baron Zemo. Rob, why? Why would you do this? What is the reason here? Robert, look what you've done. I know that Cable isn't the most subtle character in the world, but this is out of control. This is absolutely out of control, and we're not gonna touch on this. But it's such delicious garbage. For $1, I can't stop myself from doing this. I can't. That's all of the Captain America books that I picked up. Next up is this book. This is Impulse number 1. I don't know why I picked this up. It's a number 1 issue, but there are a billion number 1 issues that came out around this time. I like the Speedsters, kinda, but not really. And it's a DC book. But it's one of those ones where I saw it and flipped past it, and then I went back to it, and then I flipped past it again. And then I looked at it and I thought, well, shucks, it's $1. So here we've got Impulse number 1. I wish I could tell you why I bought it. This is Batman number 500. It's a big old thick book, and it's got a little foily trade dress there. I don't believe that I own a Batman book currently, and I like the cover enough, and it's foil. Delicious 90s foil. That's the end of my rationale for buying this. I saw it, I liked it, I had $1, I bought it. This is the last book that I bought, and it's genuinely my favorite pickup of the day. This is X-Men Deluxe Excalibur number 1. I didn't really watch the X-Men cartoons when I was a kid. I did watch the live-action X-Men movies, but they never really scratched that superhero itch for me. I kind of always saw them as something different. I couldn't tell you why. I think it's maybe because they didn't have their suits. But X-Men have never really done it for me. That being said, I did watch X-Men 97 like everybody else, and my favorite character in that show is Nightcrawler. His character design is awesome. The way that like the shadows perpetually surround his face, it's really cool. His yellow piercing eyes are awesome. The kindness that he has as a character is really, really nice to see. I'm really attracted to kind characters. And so once I saw that, I knew that I was going to start buying Nightcrawler related books. And this is, I believe, the first one that I've done of that. And I love this cover. It's got Nightcrawler fighting Angel on the front of it, and then you've got Sentinels in the background with this stained glass window. It's just so gorgeous. I love this. I saw this and I immediately snagged it up. I knew that I had to have it. So this is X-Men Deluxe Excalibur #1. So that was my time at the Certified Nerd MCU Trivia Night. What community events do you guys as LCS put on for y'all? I'm really interested in seeing, because Lee was taking recommendations and I'd love to be able to give him some, and I find that the best way to do that is to talk to other people that have been to events like that they really enjoyed. All of us comic book nerds are pretty much the same. If one of us likes something, chances are the rest of us will gravitate towards that thing as well. So a huge thank you to Lee for hosting that trivia night. All of us had a ton of fun. I met another fan of the channel there. His name is Jerry, I believe. If I'm getting your name wrong, I'm so sorry, but I do remember you, and thank you so much for talking to me. Speaking of meeting people out in the real world, I am going to be going to Heroes Con this coming Sunday, the 16th. If you see me there, please come up and talk to me if you feel like you want to. I would love to meet you guys out and about in public, and you could share with me the things that you've picked up from Heroes Con. I could share some things with you, but I am really looking forward to that. This coming Thursday, I'm also going to be on the Codex Comic Station, and we're going to be talking about the Falcon. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. I love the Falcon as a character, and I really hope that you guys come out and see all of us nerds talking about a character. Hang out with us in chat, talk to us, ask us questions. I know that I would absolutely love to have you guys there. Quick reminder as well that I am running a giveaway on this channel right now. Haul Yeah Comics today hit 63 subscribers, which means that somebody who commented #FAM on my Comic Opinions My Wife is Tired of Hearing video is going to win a copy of Spider-Man's Tangled Web #4 Severance Package and The Confession. If Haul Yeah Comics gets to 100 subscribers, I'm also going to be throwing in a copy of Captain America #115, my second favorite Captain America cover of all time. I really hope that I get to give that one away, because I want one of you to enjoy it as much as I do. One final thing, I'm planning on doing a live stream this coming Friday. I just want to sort of pre-game plan for Heroes Con. This is one of the first comic book conventions that I've gone to with a plan, like with a list. I've been to comic conventions before, but I don't have a game plan walking in, and I always get scared and anxious, and there are lots of people, and Mom, please come pick me up. So if I could talk to you guys and sort of brainstorm with you, talk with you about your strategies for going to cons, how do you make sure that you don't blow all of your money at the very first vendor that you go to, that would be super helpful for me, and I'd love to hang out and talk with you guys. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much. Bye.